You already know what time it is. You hanging with Vic, Dion, Eric, and myself, Chris G, and we are the Arrogant Underdogs.
It's showtime!
American meat. Yeah, damn, for real, bro.
I love my
Dude,
truck. I always have a fresh black bear. Always gotta have a fresh
That's
black.
classic though. That's classic.
Yeah. Like I don't get it twisted. I'm not wearing flavored chucks. I've just got one color. I always gotta have those, and I love them shit. And then I have a pair that's
That sound like state issue right there, Vic.
Man.
Shit. What you on a fucking 5 to 10 or something, motherfucker? God damn.
just a simple man, bro. I just, you know what it is? At this point, I'm just letting the kids shine, letting everybody else shine. I'm just
Hollywood Hank in the building.
I want to give Vic
that's a
Chris.
classic. That's
I think you might have to start the show on
I got
these
American
motherfuckers.
Eagle jeans, bro. Like I'm that guy.
Vic come off the scarf and put on the chucks. That shit, I like that shit. Gangster right
Scarf.
there,
Vic, you got the scarf ready?
Vic sound like you ready for a B&E.
Man.
Don't ask silly questions. Don't ask silly questions.
Where's the scarf? Vic, you got it ready?
That's it.
Chris about to
It's like
introduce to them.
That's like the scarf, bro. We need the
That's
scarf.
like saying if you got the cat in the crib. Boy,
But fellas,
she's drooling. She's got a mind of her own at this point.
I need some help, fellas. I'm gonna leave you out of this one, Dion, because it's a facial hair subject. Like this is my first time actually. I'm going to the dark side. I'm actually growing a beard right now. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I ain't shaved in 3 weeks. This is the longest I've ever went without shaving. This shit is ghetto. I don't know how motherfuckers deal with this shit.
Ghetto? Why is it ghetto? What
I don't mean like ghetto. I'm just mean it's uncomfortable.
Does it itch?
Chris,
Does it itch?
I'm gonna tell you why.
It's weird.
I'm gonna tell you why it feels ghetto. It might be a little dry, might be a little itchy. It's because you haven't been watering your grass, and you're gonna have to water your grass in order for your beard to.
You need some
properly,
moisturizer.
Man. You need to moisturize or water your grass, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Saying you need some coochie juice
I was
on
trying
your
to
beard.
understand.
Water your grass. Water your grass.
He needs some
Water your grass, Chris. God, water your grass.
Cause I was always anti-beard, but now I'm trying to grow in this shit. I be doing.
Don't try to gloss over the shit. Call Lex on the beard.
On the beard.
Look, this is what you do. Call her and be like, tell her, say, yo, get your ass out here because I got some shit I got to take care of. Let me tell you, she'll fly. She'll come out there quick. She might walk. And you talk to her like that. She'll come out there.
You're not exactly asking men who are well endowed in the field. Look at my struggle shit.
You got some though, man. You got some like, bro. I've been
tried. You know how long it takes to grow this? This is shameful. This is like 3-4 months right here.
I've been doing.
My brother-in-law will shave, and in a week he'll have a full beard, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, I did the most light shit yesterday. Like, nigga, I was in the shower and I actually put conditioner in my beard. I was like, man, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, man, did I really just put conditioner in my
I've done that.
But was your shit
soft? Conditioner in my beard. I've done that.
Like, did it make your shit soft though?
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. A little more manageable.
It did though.
You can tell.
Going through it, looked like it was a little perm.
Yeah, a little manageable, you know.
We are so dysfunctional.
I'm trying to get waves.
I don't know why I just had just an urge to grow a beard and say, but we gonna say I'm gonna be on my lumberjack shit, you know. But it's Friday. What's up, y'all?
Yes, sir.
What it fucking do? And shout out. It's the birthday week to motherfucking Dion in the birthday week. Let's celebrate.
Shout out.
Cheers. Goddamn, Vic, you ain't winning.
Shout out to
we going in, son.
Cheers.
I had a good birthday though. I spent some time with my mom. We just chilled and talked and ate and drank and.
What y'all eat?
She made like a seafood platter for me. So there was lobster and Dungeness crabs and king crabs and snow crabs and colossal shrimp and it was. I'll send y'all a picture later. It was really good. She did a good job. She chopped up garlic. She marinated in some like garlic butter that she made herself. And then roasted it in the oven. It was amazing. Amazing. And she made like
in the oven?
In the oven. She made a big ass jar of sangria for me and we just ate and drank. It was real nice. It was real nice.
Man,
that's the difference between me and Eric. He asked what you eat. I was about to ask what you drink.
We just drank the sangria. Now listen, if you know me and my mother we can throw some drinks back now, but we were just chilling. We were relaxing. So we had.
Yeah, I seen the picture of the sangria you had. It looked good. It looked good.
It's not done. It's not done.
People sleep on the oven. The oven is
seafood, right? Yeah, she roasted it. It was good.
With a lot of things. A lot of people don't cook in the oven, man. I bake a lot of stuff in the oven.
That's all I do is bake.
What y'all do this week?
My week been busy as shit, man. Time been flying. Oh, and I am COVID free. I actually got tested twice, and both times was negative.
Thank God. That's what's up.
Funny, but you know it is what it is. I'm a soldier.
Yeah, everybody have a good week. Chris, you saying UFOs and stuff? How was that?
That shit was amazing. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since that shit happened, I've been looking at the
wait, you gotta tell us when you saw it, tell us what happened. How did you come to that conclusion?
So I'm down to my last 2 blunts. So I want to make this say this because I don't want people thinking I had an ounce of weed and I'm just sitting there blowing.
Right, that's important. That's important to the story. So, go ahead.
No alcohol.
That was my lane.
Yeah, no alcohol. I'm down to my last 2 blunts, and it was just a rare warm night out here because the weather's been fucking weak. But I had went outside and I was just looking at the stars, smoking and shit, and then I just started noticing not the stars, the sky. I started noticing some weird shit in the sky. Like some objects that looks like engagement rings with lights around them. And it to the point to where it actually made me put out the joint, because I was smoking a joint, made me put out the joint.
Was it flying or was it just sitting there? What was it doing?
Sitting.
I got a question.
Sitting there.
God damn it, I got a question.
What's up?
So did anybody else see this besides you?
Yes, but the problem with that is it was so late. When I started watching this thing, it was at 12 o'clock, because I was out there from 12 to 3 a.m., like 3:30 a.m. There was a lady.
So you're saying you don't have any other credible sources? That what you're saying?
There was 2 smokers in the alley, because the way my back house is connected to an alley, and there was a lady that walked by. So your
witness is a crackhead?
No, she was a drunk lady. I don't ask no crackheads if they see
But wait, you contacted the news, right? Did they call you back?
They never hit me
What did they say?
They never hit me back.
They hit you back.
They never hit me back. They gave me the email. They emailed me, but never hit me back.
Tell them who your source was. You didn't
tell them who your backup was.
I said, look, I got a crackhead. I got a drunk lady here. They can vouch for me. But the drunk lady that was just walking by, I said, hey, do you see that in the sky? And she's just like, yeah, they look like drones.
So you don't think it was like planets or nothing, like a bright ass star, or you don't think?
I have another question.
Go ahead.
How far do you stay away from the closest Air Force base?
It's not extremely far.
That's a good question. Look at you.
LA. And then they got the SpaceX out here too. So I question what I was seeing.
So I think probably what you probably saw was an experiment or something being tested from the Air Force or whatever the case it was. And
it would have to be the military, because I follow SpaceX and I follow NASA. Y'all know I'm into all that shit. And they didn't have any launches, because SpaceX and NASA, they televise or at least through YouTube, they video all their stuff. Satellites, test flights, all that shit. And they didn't have anything. So it would have had to be the military or a UFO.
But they did have that spaceship returning home. Remember that?
Yeah, but it was already back. It was already back.
Oh shit, I didn't know it was already back. But even
it was already back.
My conspiracy, my crazy thoughts is the aliens was watching what's going on. Niggas leaving the earth and shit, entering out the atmosphere. They keep it watch like guards. Like, what the fuck? So they have to park the whips. Like, we gonna watch these crazy
UFO? Vic, you think UFOs are real?
Look, I know they real.
Excuse me?
I know they're
real.
I
think UFOs are real?
Yeah, like, you think his story got validity? What you thinking?
I don't
think he saw a damn thing, but I believe UFOs are real.
But look, for everybody listening, I had video, and there was one particular video where it showed an orb shining looking object going straight up in the sky to disappear. So I had video.
I think he saw technology that he's never seen before.
Hey, but what could it have been?
That's what I think.
I think, Chris,
you would know if it was the space station
never seen before.
It would have been obvious if it was the space station, though. So it wasn't the space station. It wasn't a planet if it moved, right? So what else could it have been?
I got an answer for that. Chris, you're a quack. That's it.
I'm never wrong. Look, and everybody knows I'm never wrong. So, may as well go with it.
All right. So we got some
smoking.
Right, he was high.
He was definitely high.
Hey, can I give a quick shout out right quick? Let me give a quick shout out.
We can shout out E.T.
I want to shout out my beautiful, wonderful mother. I love you and I appreciate you. And thank you for listening to the podcast. She always hit me up saying how good the podcast was and stuff.
Oh, Mom's
Mom Gibbs.
Mom's a dope, right?
That's nice.
Mom's a dope.
Wait, is your mom's an Eagle fan?
Nah, she a Pittsburgh fan.
She
married into that.
Hold on. Let's dive into this for a quick second.
Smart lady.
Why is that smart?
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna root for any team in Pennsylvania, you go for the one with 6 rings, not just got one.
But how long she been a fan? How long she been a fan?
Since she been married. Her husband is a Pittsburgh fan. So she's been a fan for about good 6-7 years.
It doesn't even matter. Pittsburgh fan, Eagles fan, Pittsburgh.
You're gonna pick up Pennsylvania.
Tough.
All right, Mom. I guess
not really. That's not tough.
Love you, Mama.
That was easy.
That's what's up. All right, so we got some stuff y'all want to talk about. How about Chris? I'm not really sure I was wondering what made you ask this question, because we were talking about it, like the big deal with Black and Brown asking for discounts from Black and Brown businesses. I saw a post where people talk about like, just because you got a business, why do you say, oh shit? Like people, there's a really big thing about people saying if you gotta support Black businesses, you shouldn't ask for a discount. That sounds crazy to me. If I'm spending my money, I don't give a crap what business it is. I'm going to ask for a discount. I don't understand what's so bad about asking for a discount.
As the consumer, you're supposed to ask for a discount. You're supposed to get the lowest price.
No. There are goalposts being moved a bit. The question was, if it's someone you know's business,
that's
right?
True.
That's what the question was. It wasn't Black business. It was.
Well, what difference does it make, though?
It makes a huge difference.
Why?
And let me tell you why. Because if you know someone and they're just starting the business and they're scraping to get their shit starting to go, and you're gonna go there and kick them in the nuts and say, "Oh, give me a discount," you would just be like, "No, let me finish. Here's how I could only tell you from my POV, and in my POV, Beyond, I'm gonna keep it 100. If you open up a t-shirt store and you selling t-shirts, whatever fucking price you tell me that shit costs, I'm gonna buy that shit. And I'm not gonna fucking ask you for a discount. That's just me, because I know you, and in my opinion, I want you to win. And I know you win more by me paying fucking full price. Period.
It depends. It depends because if you have it on, if you have a product on your website, I'm gonna just pay that amount, right? But if you just like at a flea market, at a like craft store, I'm not gonna walk up to your table and hand you $10 for a candle. No, we're gonna negotiate.
But you completely thinking that's a flea market. The flea market
is still a business, though. It's still somebody's business.
Everyone knows you bargain at a flea market, for Christ's sake.
But it's still somebody's business. So what's the difference? It's still somebody's business. So Vic, if your sister is at the flea market and she's selling cell phones, you're just gonna pay $500 for the cell phone? It's still your sister. You know that's your sister. She just started the business.
Does she own the business?
Absolutely. And she's at the flea market.
I paid $1,000 for this phone. I mean, what are we talking about?
All right, big money, big.
I'm just saying, this shit costs $1,000. So yeah, like what the hell?
Every time I see one of my
homeboys, Eric, you ain't saying nothing. What you think?
I'm just
gonna
hearing
tell
it
you
all
like
out first.
this. Me personally, if I know you and we cool, I'm not asking you for a discount. And anyone that knows me will tell you that shit is true and that shit is fact. But that's me. I'm not asking anyone for
a discount. So if you don't know me, you're gonna ask for a discount?
Let me finish. Now, but if you got a roofing company and you quoted me $15,000, and I would be like, damn,
he just moved it, right? He just moved the goal. No, you moved the goalpost too. Nah,
so his answer is sometimes.
See, that's what
I'm saying. Yeah. So, but you, Chris Gibbs, were very adamant that you must ask every single time, and that's what I agreed with. I believe it's situational.
See, that's what people got it mistaken at. My problem with black and brown business owners is they get offended when you ask for a discount. Like I had somebody say, like if a motherfucker friend asks me for a discount, I'm cutting them off with they broke ass. They need to go to Walmart. I'm like, no, that's not the approach you have. You should never be offended or have a big enough ego to where a customer asks you for a discount, you actually get offended. Like I'm not telling you to give me the shit for $1, but if I ask you for a discount, and just like say you said everybody knows you pay full price, everybody knows the opposite of me. That's the first thing I'm gonna say.
That's me too.
I hit my homeboy up the other day, was like, hey bro, I like your clothing line. What kind of discounts you got for me? But my intent is already to support you. So even if you say I can't do a discount, I'm still gonna support you. But my job as a customer is to get the best price possible.
Listen, my grandmother always say a closed mouth don't get fed. So if I feel like I'm buying something, there are times where I will just buy it, right? If it's on the website, I'm not about to call you and say change your website to give you a better price. But if I see a door open because I gotta cash app you the price. If I gotta cash app you some shit, then I know that the price is negotiable. And I'm gonna say, hey, I'll buy 2. If your price is $15 per shirt, hey, can I buy 2 for $25? Why would I not ask that?
I go in Foot Locker and stuff in stores like that. Well, I shop at Walmart now. I get my shoes. I get $20 hollers. But when I used to go to like Foot Locker and shit like that, I would ask them to take the tax off. Like everywhere I went, I would ask them that.
Do you think it's offensive when you have family members who don't support your business at all?
It's odd, but no. I don't think it's offensive because you can't put that expectations on your family.
It depends on who you are. I don't expect shit from my family.
I just want to say to the original point about the businesses, I think the issue is a lot of folks don't incentivize their shoppers.
There we go.
I think that if you incentivize the shoppers, then you can kind of eliminate the ability for them to ask for a discount. Like, for instance, I'll say something like the first 4 shirts are $20. The 5th shirt is 75% off,
right?
Or 50% off. That is a discount already built into it, but you have to spend more. And once you spend more, you will get the discount. If you choose not to, then that's on you. So you don't have to ask me for a discount if I already have one built in.
Because it's built in. Yeah.
And
that makes people like me buy the 5 shirts.
Exactly.
That will make people like me say, okay, well, I was going to buy 2, but if I get a discount, I might as well buy 5 and get 3.
It's called upselling.
So,
like, we know what
you just gotta
that wasn't what the freaking topic was.
No. I'm just saying. I think that people gotta be more creative when it comes to price setting and getting customers to repeat.
You damn right, it's competition in this piece.
Competition,
if I could go online and get it $5 cheaper, like, give me a reason.
Right, because at the end of the day, you're really only supporting the person because you like them. That's really the thing. You're really only supporting them because you like them. But if I could go online and I can get it $10 cheaper, why wouldn't you give me $2 off?
Now, me and Chris was having this conversation. I was telling the only thing that I don't feel like is negotiable to some extent, like artwork, stuff like that, like, or if you're getting the services of a musician, an artist, whatever that artist says their price is, you know what I'm saying, is for me, it's like, all right, that's your price.
Why?
Because to me, that is such a personal thing. Like, this is what
I get what he said.
This is what this person is telling you his value is as an artist. Say, listen, if you want me to be the best possible person I could be at this wedding, it's gonna cost you $500.
Do you think that
if you turn around and say
is different than somebody busting their ass starting their business?
Absolutely. If you turn around and say, I can afford to give you $350, then as an artist, I'm gonna give your ass $350 worth of song. You
would be a city artist, because there could be people in the crowd that if you're really good, they'll hire you, and then you start commanding your price.
But you're trying to book me though. That's what I'm saying. But if you're booking me, then pay my price. If you don't want to pay my price, pick another artist. Don't try to negotiate with me on my price as an artist though.
It's already done. Most times, it's something that's already done.
No, I'm talking about like a singer, a musician, a comedian.
But look, since you brought that up, let me throw this out here. We need an intro song. So any musicians, rappers, singers that can come up with a good song, holla at your boy, and I'm looking for a fucking discount. I don't give a fuck what Eric talking about. I'm asking for a discount.
We're looking for a discount.
What are you talking about?
Listen, artists, fuck what Chris is saying, because I don't want to pay you anything. So if you want to get your song on here and us pay it for free every week,
that's what I'm talking about.
You understand? I'm trying to get that for free. It's duality here.
So it's clear that this
quid pro quo.
There we go.
Yeah. So all right. So it's clear that discussion happened on social media. So other things also, right? It's very clear that happened on social media. So it sounds like it got spicy. A couple people took offense to what you said, Chris. So here's a real question. Do you think on social media it's causing men to be a little offended, maybe a little too offended?
Hell fucking yeah.
Or men, like maybe some men are going a little bit too far with taking what you say personal?
Yes. And I figured this out. I had to think about this for a while. I think what men is, when you embarrass a man or say something to a man in front of other people, they react differently if you would have just said it one-on-one. So they get more defensive. So when you're on the internet and you say something to somebody, it is 200 people watching, they really get fucking in their fucking feelings and get sensitive.
Yeah, but they don't know you. So why do you think people would take it that personal if they don't even know you?
Because it's everybody else watching.
Frail. Their psyche's frail. That's it.
You think they're ego? All right. Is it so frail?
Yeah,
that
ego. Let me tell you. He I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But he immediately in 10 seconds put his finger right on the pulse of it, and it caught me off guard. But it's the truth. When you tell a man about himself in front of a bunch of people, the reaction is 1,000 different. And if you tell him about himself on a one-on-one, and what you're seeing is a lot of dudes have so much ego that when they're out there and you tell them about themselves, it throws them off completely. It throws them off completely.
That ego gets y'all every time. Every time. So is it so bad that it's a part of why there seems to be so many, or the idea of men becoming so feminized? Do you think that social media has to do with it?
Hell yeah.
Do you think all of that contributes to it?
Yes. It's a perfect storm. Not just social media, but all media.
She's saying all media
and social media. Absolutely.
You're soft.
Yeah, but listen, here's the thing. It's not just about soft. Like, there's a lot of people who think that the reason men are wearing dresses, the reason men are wearing makeup.
What I'm talking about.
Listen, a lot of people believe that, I would say social media, but I think Vic has a good point. Media, period. TV, print, they think that it contributes to why that's happening. So do you think that that's a reason, or do you think that, some of these people are just the way that they are?
No, it's a reason, because a lot of these motherfuckers is craving for attention so bad that social media gives it to them. So you got motherfuckers that normally wouldn't even go pick out outfits and shit like that. Now that social media is out, them motherfuckers, I said it before, they turn it into bad bitches. This is what they do. They want the bad bitches so far.
Dopamine.
Like, I don't get it. It's like attention is a drug, and social media is like the crack.
So how do y'all know that it's not just the way that someone is, but now social media has made them feel comfortable? Like, I think that some people, that's just the way that they are. And now it's more accepting that they can be themselves. I don't necessarily think that social media is turning them into that. I think that people are just the way that they are.
So you think social media is a fair representation of who a person is these days?
I'm not saying that it's a fair representation of people, but I do think that it's an outlet to let people feel more of what they are. I don't think that people just arbitrarily get on social media and become people that they're not. I think that it's something in their mind that they want to be, right? And it's an idea that they've already had, and now they can be that. Like, I'm somebody who doesn't think that social media makes people cheat. I think that that's just the way that they were, and that's the outlet. So I feel the same way about somebody who's a male that's feminine.
I think it's an amplifier. I think it amplifies everything times 100 on social media. So, because a lot of people, they are not the same person on social media that they are in real life.
In real life, right.
So I think it just amplifies. So it can take a person that's quiet in real life to a loudmouth, on social media. Somebody that would be sitting quiet in a room full of people, on social media, they're the loudest person in the room. I think it definitely amplifies you.
So let's think about like Dwayne Wade with his son, right?
Oh,
people think, no, seriously, like people think like why is Dwayne, he leaned in but Dwayne Wade has found a position where he's decided to support his son no matter what, but people are attacking him because they feel like, no, you're not supporting your son. You yourself are gay, and now you're trying to use social media to promote that.
So I'm gonna leave Dwayne Wade's son completely out of this picture. But Dwayne Wade, hold this sign, step up. You are a suspect. You are a fucking suspect. I'm sorry. You know what? I know people sensitive about Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, this is a perfect example of amplifying who you are. Dwayne Wade right now is out there. I don't know, y'all be seeing his haircuts, the way he be dressing. I think it's amplifier the inner, how can I put this? The inner homosexual in Dwayne Wade. That's what I think.
Why does he have to be so homosexual? Why does he have to be homosexual though? Because he's trying to support his son?
No, I think it has nothing to do with his son.
I have a bit of a different take, and I'm gonna come from an angle of, so like I got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, right? So I would do fucking anything for my little girls, and I wouldn't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
Facts.
Like legit, I wouldn't give a fuck what anyone thinks, right? So if it was a little boy, I could understand. I'm not saying I would do it, but I would understand if you were so concerned about your child's well-being and so concerned about their mental state that in your mind you thought it would be helpful if you start looking the way they do.
That's a good point.
And you were just trying to make your kid comfortable out of fear of what was going to happen and not really understanding or not even knowing how to deal with it. So you may be overcompensating by just trying to lock in and dress how your son and do what they do and to try to show him that he's normal. Like, I would understand that behavior. That behavior would make sense. So maybe that's what it is. I'm not in that man's, life. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that's an angle that maybe that's the case. Maybe he's so concerned for his kid that he's just like, yo, I'm going to just dress like him. I'm going to take the attention off of him. And he's wilding it because he doesn't know how to deal with this shit.
It's working.
Exactly. Y'all not talking about Zaire, right? But y'all talking about Wade. Like the attention is completely off. And
that is working. You're right.
If I botched his name, my bad. But I thought that was his name.
Well, I just want to say that I don't really subscribe to all that I'm hearing right now, because here's the thing. We can say that he's trying to protect his son and all these things, but he's not trying to protect his son when Gabrielle Union is online, which I'm pretty sure the kids can just pick up any device and click and see that she's on there talking about eating his asshole and playing with his ass and shit like that. So he's not too concerned with his son's well-being when his wife
that came out of nowhere.
Damn. When his wife is online talking about playing in his booty hole, but all of a sudden he's concerned because his son is gay. You do not have to defeminize yourself or effeminize yourself to show support for a gay child. I've never heard this a day in my life.
What you're saying is that one, he has to be responsible for everything that his wife says, and two,
you are responsible for everything that your wife says.
If he's allowing his son to be able to speak for himself, why would you think that he should have to now monitor and control what his wife says? So you can't have it both ways, right? So if he on one hand says, I'm going to allow my child to express himself because that's what we allow as parents, then of course he's going to allow his wife to express herself. And if it means she's talking about personal stuff, that's what they have chosen to do.
So it's okay to talk about suspect or personal sexual behavior between him.
Maybe not for you, but in there.
Right. That's why I say suspect. I didn't call it, one of the other. I say suspect, suspicion. But it's okay for that to be out in the world of the internet. There's always been rumors swirling around Dwayne Wade. So now that his son is gay, now he wants to dress like this and act like this, just to say he's in support of his son. I don't believe that a person needs to do that to show
what
support.
You're saying is you don't believe a person needs to do that, but that's a decision that he made for him and his family.
And that's why I agree that I believe that the behavior in itself is suspect. Not necessarily him trying to cover up or show who he is inside, but I think that this whole thing about him trying to do this to protect his son or whatever, I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
I'll say, look, Wade, come out the closet, be who you are. Just come out to the world, just let him know.
Why do you all assume that he's not who he is?
I always assume this about Wade. I think I agree 100% with Eric saying. I think what we're seeing now, this is who Dwayne Wade always wanted to be. I don't think it's
that's all it is.
This is
okay. So if let's say what you're saying is true.
That may be.
He actually using his son as a scapegoat.
I agree.
What? How is he using his own son as a scapegoat? No. Maybe he saw an opportunity to say, okay, if my child has the courage, I can have the courage.
You're right. He saw an opportunity. That's what he saw.
Oh, we fucking party today.
That's what he saw. He saw an opportunity.
But why? I don't understand why that's bad. I want to understand why is that
because be a man. Be a man. Say who you are.
If that's the case, why that's bad? That's terrible. You don't throw
why is that terrible?
Because why would you put your kid out in the media and all of that stuff?
No, that's not what I said. What I said was
Hollywood.
That's what he said. No, he said he's using his son to come out. Yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if he saw the courage in his child, why couldn't he have learned from his own son to say, if my son has the courage to be himself, I can find the same courage? And the response was that he's using his son as a scapegoat. We can learn from our children.
That's a great point.
Okay, well, you know what? I would accept that, but that still means that.
Well, you just threw us a knuckleball, Dion.
Wait. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, because that proves the point. Because it proves the point.
It proves the point.
That he's hiding his suspect behaviors.
Mean shit. I mean,
but that's because this is because y'all as men, y'all associate what he's doing with being gay, but there are men who are effeminate and they are not necessarily gay.
We call it suspect behavior. That's what we call it.
Right, but that doesn't make it. What makes it suspect? Because you're associating it with being gay.
Yeah, because you're gay-like.
No, you're not. That's not gay-like.
Gay-like.
All right.
Probably say I'm not gay. I'm just gay-friendly.
There's a lot of suspect behavior on the internet with men that may not exactly be gay or feminine, but just odd movements.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
That nigga's beyond odd. But hey, look. With that being said, shout out to the LBGT community. Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
Look, we support y'all.
I hope so.
We definitely support y'all. But I'm gonna always roast Wade. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it on the audience. I'm roasting Wade. That nigga got a hot Cheeto haircut. That nigga got yellow toenails. He wildin'.
And it's his right to do it. I don't necessarily think he's gay just because he painted his toenails. It's not something that I prefer from a man. But I don't necessarily think he's gay.
I hope y'all can see my face. If you paint your toenails, that nigga Dwayne Wade look like a black ass cheetah. The way he dressing and shit, I'm just sorry. But I'm gonna say this shit about Dwayne Wade. He good. I support
Listen, people choose to do things like his wife, right? His wife choosing to toss his salad. That's what they do in their marital bedroom. If it makes them happy,
she pegs that nigga.
Okay. Maybe he looks at her like Rihanna. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I believe that.
Hey, baby.
So anyway,
your boy.
So let me ask y'all another question.
I believe that.
Right. Let me ask y'all a thing I wanted to ask y'all tonight. So I accepted, let me just throw this out here before we get started because it's important. I accepted that I love Beyonce. I fought it for a couple of years because I just felt like the Beehive was crazy.
Looking at you.
I found myself. Yeah, because I've accepted that I love Beyonce. I didn't before. I fought it because the Beehive is crazy.
They are
crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I kept trying to disassociate myself from all of that. But this week she released it. She released her Black is King movie, and one of the scenes in the movie, she has a white butler standing off to the side, and Twitter and white people and news media, they swarmed in on her.
Yeah.
But every time Beyonce does something, I find it interesting and fascinating that Black people hate her, and they feel proud to announce that they cannot stand her. And I just want to know why. Like, what has that woman done, her and her husband, what have they done to piss so many Black people off?
Well, I'm going to just speak about Beyonce. I'm not going to talk about the big homie Jay-Z right now, the camel, but just Beyonce. First of all, Beyonce's a very beautiful Black woman. Like, she's a very beautiful Black woman. But I think with Beyonce, that her Black is scary to a lot of people. Like she really goes to the roots of Blackness. So like she goes to cultural roots, and I think that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Beyonce is willing to go places other artists isn't that
I never thought about it like that. I honestly have never thought of it like that.
So no, I don't see a lot of hate about Beyonce, but what I do see from Black people though is, oh, she's a devil worshiper. She got them horns. What is that witchcraft she's doing? That voodoo. I think that's just the ignorance of not knowing your culture. But I don't really see too much hate about Beyonce.
What?
And wait,
I see how she
her movie.
They say she never had her baby. They say that she doesn't do anything for the Black community. She can't sing. She's ugly. I just don't, even if you are not crazy about her music, to say she can't sing is interesting to me because she can sing. You don't have to, I don't like Drake, but I would be foolish to think he's not talented. I can't stand him, but I definitely think he's talented. He's just not my thing. So, but people don't think like that with Beyonce. They think she can't sing. They hate her. Like, I just don't understand why. Do y'all think it's like a crabs in the barrel thing, or do you think they really just don't like her?
Well, can I ask, is it coming from men, or is it coming more from women, or is it equal, or how does that work?
I find that it's equal.
Oh, shit.
I think Beyonce is to music and entertainment what the she's the Dallas Cowboys of music.
Oh, no.
I think people love to hate her. Yeah. I'm keeping it real. Think about it. Listen, dude. She's mega popular. She's in everyone's face all the time. People hate her because, bro, she's uber popular, uber famous. She's one of the few people in her lane that crossed over to like rock star status. Like she has rock star status, and some people don't think she's rock star worthy. And that's the truth. They don't think she's rock star worthy. And that's why a lot of people
hate her. She's worthy. She's won Grammys. She's toured the country. She's sold millions of records. Like if she's not worthy,
I'm gonna keep
who
it
is?
real. People think she's overrated as an artist. That's it.
Do you think she's overrated? Do you think she's overrated?
Can we not ever compare Beyonce to the Dallas Cowgirls ever again? I just have to throw that in there.
Oh no, that's a great comparison.
That was a horrible comparison.
It's a perfect comparison. It's
a perfect comparison.
I had that in my bag. You already know. I had that in the bag. I was like,
Beyonce is on top.
They're right. It's the truth. But people love to hate.
That's what I'm saying. That attracts the hate because she's at top. When you think of an artist, like a singer, I mean, who's bigger, like a black singer than actually Beyonce? You think she's like the queen?
Yeah.
So I can see how that hate gravitates towards her.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Who's the best black singer right now?
Right now,
I almost just automatically said Beyonce.
No, singer. Recognize what I'm. Listen to the question.
Yeah, I heard.
Singer.
Yeah, but who's better? Whitney is not here, right?
Singer. You think Beyonce is an amazing singer in the same breath as Whitney?
Absolutely no. But I said Whitney's not here. No. I don't think that she's better than Whitney. I said Whitney's not here. Since Whitney's not here, who's better? I personally, maybe Mariah Carey.
Who's a better singer?
Who's better?
Hands down, Mariah's a better singer.
Well, of course, but who else?
Close.
Who else? You have no one else. You can't say Janet. We love Janet, but
Jennifer Houston, easily a better singer.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I can agree with that.
I can name you 15 if you give me a minute.
Probably
She's not in the top 10 of
Okay, but who's a better entertainer? You don't have one.
Yeah, but probably the best singer.
That's a different question, though.
The best singer is probably, just vocals alone, probably Fantasia.
I love Fantasia. No, I would say
voice.
Maybe 5 years ago. Maybe 5 years.
Just voice alone.
Got some hits. Her most.
She do. She do. But she sounds like a gospel singer to me.
Her and Jennifer Hudson, probably the two with the best.
Jennifer Hudson. Fantasia.
There's
like two more easily.
Y'all saying Beyonce is not a tier 1 R&B singer?
I didn't say that.
No, they're talking about like pure vocals. They're talking
about pure vocals. What do you Beyonce?
She's probably
hands down not tier 1. Hands down not tier 1.
She's probably
Beyonce, yes, she is. Have you ever heard Beyonce sing? She's in the top 5.
She can sing. Yeah, she's in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah. She does a lot of pop stuff, but she can sing.
But she
can
sing.
So if Mariah Carey is a tier 1, what is Beyonce? Is she a tier 1 or a tier 2?
I think she's still tier 1.
I think she's still tier 1. I think she's tier 1.
I think so too.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I think what we see with Beyonce, though, I think there are not many entertainers who have had the success that she has had and not been engulfed in some type of a rumor, some type of controversy or something. This just has to be the one that she faces. So people attach her to the Illuminati. They like to say that she promotes certain symbolisms that
satanic stuff,
promote their agenda and things like that. So I don't know if that's true or whatever the case is. Do I believe those things exist? I do. Does she support those things? I don't know. I know she's super rich and she has a different set of friends than most people have.
Yeah.
But I think that her success is the reason why you see so many people taking shots at her. I mean, when you're on top, people take shots. That's the thing.
Absolutely. And when you're strong enough to push
famous. Yeah. And when you can carry yourself the way she did too, that's another reason people like her. She's carried herself in such a professional manner her whole career. I think people hate on that too, that she didn't have to really sell her body out there and extra stuff.
That's a great point. You know what people hate? Not finding the thread to pull your whole fucking sweater off of you. And they can't. They can't. They keep pulling and that shit rips and there's nothing to keep pulling on, and they can't bring her down, and that's what people hate. So they gotta find something. They gotta find something.
Well, until recently, because she's on the Epstein logs.
Wait, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh,
yeah, we'll
shit.
see.
Hey, I can't wait.
Well, well, that's funny because it's interesting that now you say we'll see. Why with her are you willing to say we'll see, whereas there are other people on your list that you're not?
Because you don't. Because here's the fucking reality. You don't know if someone was a list and went to that island if they were fucking kids. You don't know it. But if you're 70 and Caucasian, I'm more likely to think you were going to fucking kids. If you were 23 and successful and a rock star, I'm less likely to think that you were going to do that. Because when you're that type of person, you could put it in or get it in with whoever the fuck you want. You don't gotta fly to an island unless you got a sick fetish that can't ever be seen in public. Well, but truth be told, we don't know what was offering. It could have been an island where a certain part of it was a dope getaway, and they vet you the fuck out to see how you doing. And then if they see that you have those fetishes, then they got a spot for you.
They also
it's
pay
kind of questionnaire. Yeah, I'm questioning kids. Let me get on the plane.
He also paid performers to perform at private venues all the time. It was a thing of his.
Yeah,
it was a draw, right? So if you're an artist and they're paying you, how do you get these other pervs to come in? You know what I'm saying? You pay whatever.
Nigga, we got 13-year-olds and Beyonce this weekend. You niggas come on down.
No, here's the thing though, and everything is situational, right? Everything is data. Everything is taking a look. So if you're a politician and you're flying out to that island, fuck you doing? What's your magical purpose to be there? Are you giving sermons? What are you doing? Right?
It's a lot more suspicious. It's a lot more suspicious. To me,
it's less likely that you're there for your fucking talent. You're there because you're influenced and you probably paid a fucking lot of money to be there.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's how I look at it. Listen, that's how I'm looking at it. And that's just that's the only way I can break that down in the honest take I can get to.
That makes sense. That's all I had tonight. I was just curious.
Plus it depends on the artist too. It depends on the artist too. I ain't giving everybody a pass. I'm giving Beyonce a pass, but I'm not giving everybody a pass. So
the truest thing is this, and people don't want to, like, not everyone wants to admit this shit out in public, right? But everyone judges. Everyone fucking judges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone judges. And what do you call it? We all everyone's social profile. Everyone's social profile.
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Vic. I know we got to get out of here, but I want to say something piggybacking on that. Mm-hmm. Everybody also hates. You know what I can't stand about humans is they try so hard to. I'm not a hater. I don't hate. You motherfuckers, we all hate on something. I don't care what it is. We all hate on something. Me personally, I am the biggest Cowgirls hater on the planet.
I hate the Eagles.
I hate the Cowgirls. People hates the Eagles. People think I hate on Megan.
But listen, real talk. I really don't hate the Eagles because the Eagles are considered like you know how everybody got, like, I don't have any sisters or brothers, but everybody got that little brother that just like keep nagging at it. You're trying to play the game and the little brother is like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. That's how we see the Eagles. We just don't fuck with them. They like the little brother that is annoying as fuck.
I never hated the Eagles till I met this motherfucker. Right? I never had a problem with the Eagles.
I brought a lot of hate to the Eagles. I did that. I'll admit that. I'm guilty of that. A lot of people hate the Eagles.
Eric, don't nobody care about your head.
There's nothing to say, Dion.
Don't try to limp in. Don't be limping in.
Look, special shout out to the Portland Trailblazers. We about to steal the 18. Laker fans, be nervous.
So I can't.
Be nervous, Laker fans. There's nothing to shout out. There's nothing to shout out. Shout out Thibs.
Hey,
my man.
Let me shout out. I hate that fucking cup. Where my cup at? There we go. Let's shout out also the essential workers. Shout out to y'all. because, you know, we seen them that verses and we seen 2 Chainz bring out the essential workers. So shout out to the essential workers. We fuck with y'all. That was a horrible bag. That was a horrible cut. Thank you. Let's shout out the listeners though. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
Watching.
Hey, we got up to, I think we're almost at 200 followers on our page.
We're almost there. Come on, y'all.
That's what's up. That's what's
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, share, follow, do all that shit.
Make sure you enjoy it.
And I hope y'all know jokes when you hear them. Because I'm going to get a lot of shit for this one. I hope you know it's jokes.
We love y'all. Y'all be easy.
Peace.
Look, like, subscribe, be safe. We love y'all.
Peace.